previously. On their journey back to the Sorceress's Lodge, the group left the Mistwood behind, as well as the troop that they had come to know. And along the road, Mare received an unexpected letter, adding a layer of intrigue to this gala that the sorceresses are planning to hold at the lodge. Their travels were then interrupted by a gang of thugs heading towards Saints Crossing and the Mistwood, who were eager to exploit the valley's growing panic around the missing children, which they were a little late to the game, but hey, you have to give them credit for trying. When negotiations failed...
Absolutely not. Fuck those guys.
You have to give them 2.5 obscenities for trying.
That's the character.
Negotiations unfortunately failed and a fight broke out, but the group emerged victorious and continued along their journey to the lodge, where we rejoin them now.
I think Opheia was like actively dying at this point.
Opheia was actively dying, so we're going to go ahead and pick back up on the, let's see, it wasn't the mountain road, I think it was the river crossing that we had.
Family Guy death pose, Opheia.
Yeah.
I was about to just pump some healing into her, because just to try to stabilize the wounds. I'm not giving you HP, I'm stabilizing your
spleen for
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Opheia.
I'm missing my, no, I was going to say I've got a ruptured spleen, and I've got a foreign object wedged in me. I'm missing my my player's guide today, so I'll need a rundown on what the long-term effects of that are going to be.
Absolutely.
I think I've already put, or short-term, I should say. Well, I've already, taken the.
What status are your wounds at now, though? They're both just active.
I believe those two had not been treated yet. They were
I think I'd cast a little bit of healing on myself, but I don't think that I was able to affect the wounds. I think I was just getting my HP up.
Okay. I have how much stamina left? I have 18 stamina left, so can do this. That brings it to 3. So I can do this 6 times, and then I'm done for the day.
All right, so Opheia, do you remember what level of critical wound you had received? They were simple, correct? If I remember?
I have the names. I'd have to thing. I believe they were simple.
Let me go ahead and look here. So I know one was a ruptured spleen and a lodge. I think lodged object might be whatever the one even below simple is. No, simple. For an object is a simple critical. And the ruptured spleen is a complex critical. So you have both of those. And if we look at the critical healing table, simples, what is your body skill?
My body is 6.
Okay. So
above average.
Yeah.
Don't ask what the average is.
The average of the party, or the average?
Average of a D10.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Literally above average. 1 above average.
All right, so Mara, you have your healing ability. I believe Opheia, you also have your healing spell, which can be used for healing critical wounds.
I've been using it, but I only have 5 stamina left. So.
Ooh. Well, you can rest now that we're out of combat. You can recover some of your stamina here. So, the recovery, you can at least get back one of your recovery stats on your on your stamina, so that might give you enough.
Opheia's is like reduced because of the critical wound, so I should treat.
My maximum was 8. It's 7 now. So
I should treat whatever wound is reducing that before we rest, so Opheia can get a full recovery instead of a reduced one. I would like to not spend all my stamina to do this, but I will if I have to. Okay. Let's take care of that spleen first, because I think that's the one that's reducing your... Is that the one that's reducing your recovery? Or are they all reducing your recovery?
Maybe I didn't log these. I might have to... I might need to ask for that. I might need to find my PDF.
To be fair, it was like a month ago, so I don't remember off the top of my head.
So I know about one of these, at least I think the ruptured spleen was causing bleeding. I used clotting powder to stop that.
Yeah, so for an object is recovery and critical healing are halved, and then your ruptured spleen, so you still need to make a stun save every 10 rounds, or 1 minute, essentially. And then once it's treated, you'll take a -2 to the stun for however many days based on your body stat, which is why I asked earlier. As far as the your lowered stamina, I believe that might have been from the treated wound that you had previously. And
which isn't, it's not fully
object, healed. I don't think you had actually treated or stabilized the foreign object yet.
I don't believe so.
That one, the blow had lodged a piece of clothing or armor in your wound, causing an infection, and the recovery and critical healing are quartered.
So I'll try to stabilize and treat that one with 2 uses of magic healing.
Alrighty. So that's a critical, simple critical. And for that, let me scroll back down now to the healing section of the PDF. Scrolling. Okay. Nope, that's the mounted cavalry. Okay, there we go. Scrolling. There we go.
Yeah,
all right.
Just what I want to know about when I'm trying to heal someone is how to hit someone from a horse.
This one is pretty easy. It's a DC 12, and you have to do 2 turns of it looks like. So give us 2 of your healing spells. Basically, just don't fail. I think your base is high enough that as long as you don't fumble on it, I think you should be fine here.
Yep.
But everyone does have luck; they can reset.
Yes.
Motherfucker, you... Look what you did.
It's the first roll of the session, and of course it had to be a fumble, sticking with tradition here. So, unfortunately...
That's a bad fumble, too.
Fumbled by 8. Yeah. So, Mari, go ahead and, while I look that up, go ahead and describe to us what happens here.
Well, I don't remember what the fumble is for this one. Hold on.
You heal more.
I'll look up what the fumble does.
Magical fumble. Here we go. This is an earth spell.
I could always try to give her a swallow potion and see if she just dies that way.
Please don't.
Aren't there? I thought self-relation would be the way that I would go down.
Swallow a potion. Don't mind if I do.
I have died badly.
Yeah, so you fumbled by 8, which is a middling one. The magic that is already partially through you ignites inside you. Not only does the spell fail, but you suffer an elemental fumble effect, as noted below.
I take a point of damage for every point I fumbled by, and I'm stunned then.
Yes.
God damn it.
So you take 8 points of damage. You feel this magic energy as it's coursing through you, that kind of warm, healing energy begin to course through you in a less positive way, and it backfires inside you. You feel a little bit of your internal organs begin to shrivel at the magic, and you take some damage and are stunned, the breath knocked out of you as you reel back from Opheia.
That's what I get from going straight from water to earth.
Is that supposed to happen?
Nope. No, not at all.
Like swimming without stretching first, or
exactly.
I guess eating too much and then swimming, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm stunned. How long does that last?
Go ahead and give us a stun save. You have to roll under your stun. It'll tell you if you pass or not, essentially, automatically.
Save.
Stun save. Oh no. Oh. Success.
Okay, not stun. Let's try that again, shall we?
All right. And you could take the damage.
Yes, I took the damage. I'm at 28 health.
All right.
Let's try this again, using my expanded focus. No!
But you fumbled.
Oh no.
Oh, Mare.
What the hell?
Oh no.
I thought I was past this.
Ah.
This is
Well, we know what
really-
happens
this really-
now, so
this is-
why don't you describe what
this is the
happens,
worst.
Mare?
I think she's not focusing. She's worried about Opheia because she knows Opheia's already injured, is already her body's already kind of in a state of system shock. So she's kind of panicking a little bit because Mari is an alchemist. She is not a healer. She's not a doctor. She just knows the spell because it's useful. Knowing a magic spell does not make you a healer. She's not a healer, so she's not really all that calm when it comes to treating injuries.
Yeah, Mari, as you go in to try and remove this foreign object from Opheia's wound, there's blood on the snow here. The biting cold is cutting into your fingers as you're trying to concentrate on this magic. You're already kind of feeling kind of nauseous and sick from the last failure, and you try and okay, I'm good. I've got this. You come back in and try again, and once again that magical energy kind of rejects your attempt at controlling it. You go ahead and take 7 points of damage. Again, the spell does not go off because it is fumbled by 7 or more. So, and you're no longer stunned. You shake it off. That sickness inside you is rising. You feel kind of nauseous, but you tamper it down. You control yourself and you regain composure, but you're feeling a little bit hurt now after taking 15 damage in total in the
more
last
damage than I took in the entire fight.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'm my own worst enemy.
At this point, Julian kind of steps up. He's like, I could try and help Opheia, but I'm with my...
I have seen you do first aid. You are not good at it. You are worse than
took
I am.
a CPR class one time, and I think that I'm going to try. He tried.
Oh.
Unless, Kilton, are you more...
Try. Yeah, you help me. You help me. Together, we've got to have one whole brain, probably.
Exactly. I can do this. I can help. See?
We're good with our hands.
With a 14, he does successfully treat one of the 2 needs that Opheia needs for the critical stabilization.
All right.
So he kind of goes
What's
in.
your crafting?
Dobbs
you're about to find out by subtracting. Or maybe the math will be so bad you won't be able to find out.
You are hurting her further.
5. I put a Band-Aid inside the wound and then sew it up.
I really wish I was bleeding out on a beach instead of in the snow right now.
I miss Andras.
You all need to back away from her, I think, at this point.
Yes, we all miss the dwarf healer. Opheia, go ahead and give us a stun save. We'll say at this point, your other wound has caught up with you as everyone is poking and prodding at you. For some reason, Julian being the only one who is... Okay, you remain to shake off the stun as you start to feel lightheaded here.
For sheer spite.
Casper is going to very gingerly, before anybody does anything, lean down and say, I'm going to move you.
Where?
Brace yourself. I'm going to move you onto the cart. I think that if we're out of the cold, we could treat you better.
Are you sure I shouldn't just die in the snow tonight?
Pretty sure.
Pick me up.
All right. I'll be as careful as I can, lift her and put her on the cart.
Got enough juice to try this one more time.
All right, yes.
Just
in order to stabilize that wound, does need one more healing at DC 12. So, Mare.
Okay, I'm gonna put some fucking luck into this.
There you go.
Apparently, I need it. It's a novice spell.
Well, and so, Mari, actually, you probably don't need to use luck because even like with your last fumble, you still got 12, which was the DC, but the spell automatically fails if you fumble. So your base is high enough that as long as you don't fumble, you should be fine.
Yeah, that's what's making me mad about it.
You probably don't. Luck's not going to really help you in this because your DC, your base is high enough to beat the DC.
Here we go.
There we go. 26.
All right.
You channel the energy effectively. Mari, go ahead and describe how you stabilize this wound for Opheia.
I think she finally gets the last bit of the water chaos out of her fingertips by channeling the earth energy. Just, sparks are coming off fingertips, and she's just trying to switch gears. Probably has a bloody nose at this point of her own making. And just uses the staff and the constellation mark as like a cross over her over Opheia's where it's the foreign object is, and just the magic seal starts sewing it up.
Oh, that helps. Mara, you're really scary sometimes.
Thank you.
Casper's gonna take some extra alkahest he has and just start like wiping the blood off of like the area that is like healing, so that
No infection.
to negate any further infection.
It is also worth noting that I believe the healing spell does actually take more uses in order to stabilize, but for the sake of this, we're just going to use the basic healing hands, just because.
I think that's how we ruled it before when I did this in a different universe, where a successful use of it reduces it by 1.
Well, yeah. So there's two different tables in the heal. I just wanted to clarify for anybody watching that is wondering. I'm just using that basic table instead of trying to use the healing hands one, because as we can see, magic use doesn't necessarily insinuate success. So
yeah, I was almost dead, and then I took a potion, and now I'm fine. It's
magic's bullshit. Magic's weird.
Magic's bullshit. Yeah,
it's magic bullshit.
All right, so now that your critical wound has been treated, it needs to heal over time. So go ahead and check your body stat and the wound level, and we'll see how many days it takes to get rid of that treated penalty. And go ahead and look there.
So my body stat is still 6.
I can help with that a little bit. Not with magic, but with an item.
Help.
I'm still getting over. I need to see how many days I've got left on that sepsis. I'm still getting over.
I have 1 dose of sterilizing fluid. It will raise your natural healing rate by 2 points and lessen the number of days a critical wound takes to heal by 2.
Oh, so that means that with a body stat of 6, the simple critical would take 2 days. So it will essentially heal like by the end of today, more or less, we'll say. For the lodged object.
My sepsis was 9 days last time I played. I think it's still been the same day. So
no, it's been like 2 days.
Yeah, we'll say it's been like 2 days. So 7 days for that one. And then I'm assuming your sterilizing fluid, is it just for 1 wound per use?
That's the thing. I don't know. It's not. It's just what's written in the item. I don't know if it applies to all critical wounds or if it's just to 1 critical wound.
I think it would be 1 per sterilizing fluid. I think that would make sense. So
then pick a wound that's going to heal the fastest, and I will use it on that. I can always make more too. I have the formula for it.
Let's take care of the spleen, since that's the one that's going to affect my recovery and critical healing.
The spleen is how many days?
The foreign object, I think.
Yeah,
the spleen is the one that makes me do a saving throw. So a spleen.
Yeah, so the spleen is going to take 6 days to heal. The difficult wound is down to 7 days, and then the simple wound is 2 days. So if you took the sterilizing fluid now, the simple wound would essentially be over by the end of today, which is the lodged one, which decreases your recovery stat. The spleen is the stunning one, but it's still going to be a couple days for that one, I believe. So
let's do the one that, like, it's better to have a lower amount of critical wounds in a short amount of time. So I think
that's what my doctor told me.
We will triage and we will focus on the foreign object. So I don't have. There's no check to this. I just gotta spend it. So, and I'll probably make some more of this if I have the ingredients.
So that's going to be how many days on the foreign object?
By the end of today, then, because you have 2 days as your natural recovery, and it takes 2 days off. So it's 0 days, but I'll say like the end of today, essentially.
6 for the spleen?
Yes, 6 for the spleen and 7 for the other one that you had, which was the sepsis. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I've got a fucked up chart.
Yeah, your nurse intake form is a mess.
Yeah.
They always are.
We should get to building.
We should.
I want to go to the Sorceress's Lodge. If they're gonna, mess up my medical care, they'll do it in style. So
it's not so much they're going to mess up your medical care, it's that it's a heated building. It's what we need. We don't need their help with this.
They could give me horns and a tail.
No. They will not.
Why would you want that?
Don't you ever have dreams, Casper?
Not for horns and a tail, no.
There was an old lady in my hometown that always said I needed more iron in my diet. And I wish I'd listened to her.
I've got iron if you need it. Ingots.
Not like this. Not like this, Kelton. Not like this.
Be a horrible last words to hear. A shitty joke, but well, just be lucky they're not your last then.
You've heard that from your fucking wife, I'm sure. Let's go.
As we get up and started, Casper walks over to his horse, grabs a blanket from his bedroll and shit, and just kind of chucks it over Opheia as quickly as possible, and then mounts his horse.
Take a little bit of breathing time as we go down the road. I would like to take a recovery action.
Yes, absolutely. And as you regain your composure, saddle up your horses, reattach your carts, kind of get back into travel mode, you note that the wind picks up and the snow flurries begin to blow across the road in denser and denser clusters, flurries, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean. It's snowing a lot. There's a lot of snow.
It's fucking snowy.
Does everybody have cold weather clothing of some kind?
I do.
I do.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. I'm going to have everyone go ahead and give me an endurance check here. And if you
Since I gave Opheia a blanket, can she get a bonus?
It's not going to be a bonus, but it's not going to be a detriment. So if you don't have cold weather gear of some kind, cold weather clothing, there will be a negative. So as long as everyone has some sort of cold weather gear, I think there is a specific clothes for cold weather, which I think most of you bought or picked up.
Yeah, when we were on our way to the Griffins.
Yeah, so I think everyone should have that unless it got lost or destroyed or something. But So everyone will go ahead and give us a endurance check here.
All right, endurance. Let's hear it for endurance.
What's my body
And-
score? 7.
Where the fuck is
I'm gonna
endurance?
put a singular luck into this.
Body.
All right. Ooh, all right.
Are you
I'm gonna
fucking?
put.
How strong?
No. This is.
Oh,
the
no,
karmic-
Casper.
This is the karmic balancing
Wow.
for all of the crits that I had last time.
Yeah.
Me and
Look,
Opheia are doing jumping jacks to keep warm.
Well, I had to put some luck into it.
She's not doing
She's
that.
doing jumping jacks, trust me.
Oh, is a good meal 2, not 1?
I think simple meal is 1, good meal is 2.
Okay, that should be a
feast
7
is
then.
3.
That
Okay.
should be
I
a
don't
seven.
think that'll
That's
help
7.
much.
It's not going to help, but I am. If I'm anything, I am a pedant.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you regain your horses and hook everything back up and get back on the road, trudging through the now probably, foot 12, 18 inches of snow that has accumulated here, Mari and Casper, you begin, despite the cold weather clothing that you have on, you start to feel that chill kind of seep into your fingertips and into your ears and into your nose. Your eyes start to sting in the cold as the snow and the wind flurries around you. It's starting to get harder and harder to control your horse, and you both start to experience like frostbite and begin to freeze. You are each going to receive essentially kind of the same type of... Actually, let me check. Because there's the freezing effect, which I'm going to look at here, but I think that's like if you are frozen, which is not quite what is happening here. But let me just see.
Frozen just anchors you to the ground.
Yeah,
It does
so
damage.
let me go ahead and pull up here. This is kind of essentially like a frostbite, so it would be more like a burning effect essentially throughout your body, but it won't be quite as dramatic as that. So
This is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
why don't you, Casper, why don't you first describe what you start to feel as you realize that you are kind of essentially freezing to death here as you trudge along this forested path.
I'm going to try to cast Igni
Interesting.
to try and warm myself up a little bit.
All right.
Just like little sparks, like out
Yeah.
to
Totally
maybe
fair.
try to like warm up my hands ever so slightly.
All right, so that is excellent. So yeah, essentially the freezing decreases your speed, which is you are also like you're stopped, but that's not really what's happening. It's more of a frostbite type of thing. So you're going to take 1 point of damage to every body location. Both of you that failed. Kilton and Opheia, you both succeeded. You are, chilled, but like you would be at a snow day type of thing, chilly out.
I would
but
imagine that armor doesn't stop this.
no, this is a deeper than, and it doesn't affect your armor, so it's not damaging your armor like fire would, right? Fire damages your armor.
You just want wool socks for this.
So that would be 5 points of 5 or 6.
Head, torso, body, limb.
I think the legs both count. Is it? Yeah. So it's
legs
6,
are 1.
right?
So,
There's
so it's 6.
Yeah. So 6 points of damage each as you both realize that you are starting to become frostbitten and frozen here. Your breathing becomes heavy, labored. Casper, you go ahead and try and cast Igni to warm your fingertips. Go ahead and give us an Igni cast here.
Oh, I am really low on health now.
How many stamina do I use? I'll just use the 1.
Oh, and I will give Julian a check as well since he is here along with you.
Please don't fumble. Okay, good.
Oh, Julian is toasty in his like mink fur coat that he has with him.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
This is the fop that's gonna pay us. This is the fop that's gonna pay us.
Dandelion, fucking...
He's got one of those like Ushinka hats on, and he's like a big scarf, and he's like all puffed up in his coat with like got like snow goggles. He's just trotting along on his horse. Are you two all right? You seem rather cold. It's a bit brisk out, isn't
Julian,
it?
I would stop talking.
Give me your hat.
Casper, the igni in the fire it begins to kind of warm your fingers as the fire escapes out into the air, creating a kind of fireworks sparkling effect. Quite nice here across the snow, right? I mean, the glistening in the snow is quite nice, but it's going to have the damage that you take from your hands or from your arms. So it would basically just negate it, and you two are starting to freeze. What are you doing?
I wanted to do the same thing with Enya a little bit. It's a bit harder to control than a Igni, but it's like just a little mini fireball. But
Sure.
I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot at anyone because that defeats the purpose. But like if I could just like hold a small,
Mari, does this
bitty
version?
baby Enya.
Does this version of you still also have heat metal? Is that one that you have, or is that?
No, that's the old one. I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, maybe hold on. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember if that was old.
That was
Mare.
old Mare.
Yeah.
I thought about picking it up. I might pick it up eventually. It's still a very useful spell.
Hey, in this instance, it would be quite useful.
It would be quite useful. No, I don't. I just have Enya. It's the
Sure.
only fire spell that I have.
Mari, go ahead and give us that Enya check to kind of do the same effect, trying to control the magic to kind of warm your hands a little bit here.
Can't use my staff because I'm driving, so I'll use the amulet. Constellation mark. Nice.
All right, 22. You also succeed in managing to warm yourself and having that cold damage as you kind of ride along, your fingertips starting to kind of, the warmth from the fire almost hurts as your fingers begin to kind of regain some blood flow. The biting wind still kind of howling around you.
I hold it like a little calcifer in my hand.
It's not a continual spell.
No,
so
it's
a one-time effect. So as you continue to ride along, you both go ahead and take 3 more damage as your kind of core and arms are warmed, but your legs and kind of face are still experiencing those effects.
Is there any structures that we know of on this road that we can just stop off at to get out of this storm?
Go ahead and give us a wilderness survival check or an awareness check. So wilderness survival would be kind of looking around for, signs of civilization that might be coming up, or remembering kind of where this area in the valley is, navigational type stuff. And awareness would be what's in this immediate area. Is there anything around here?
I will do.
Everyone can do this if you'd like.
I could do a wilderness survival if you want to do an awareness.
What's your awareness?
My awareness is 4.
My awareness is 3. My wilderness survival is 4.
Oh, then I'll do the awareness then, because mine are both 4.
All right, I will do wilderness survival then.
And Kilton and Opheia. Opheia, you're actually at this point. Opheia, go ahead and give us another stun save since you are still suffering from that.
Good call.
And Mari and Casper, are you communicating anything to Kilton and Opheia?
Yeah, we're looking for some place to get out of the storm. We cannot keep traveling like this.
Oh, we'll take a
Casper
look.
is just very actively bitching out loud. It's just like this fucking storm. I feel fucking freezing. I'm going to kill somebody.
Fucking storm. It's a snowstorm at the end of fucking winter. What is this coming to?
It's global cooling.
Opheia.
Can I? Can
Opheia.
I?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
No, you say your thing first.
No,
I
insist. Go ahead.
I wanted to do. I was going to say that I wanted to assist with looking for something. My read nature ability doesn't allow me to track, but I was going to see if in just the area we're in, if anybody passed by, that would give us like a hint of what direction to go in.
Absolutely. So you can also give us an awareness, wilderness survival, or if you want to try and use your nature ability.
I'll do it for fun. It effectively, It'll be dumb luck on how well it works. But
That could be the name of the show.
It's not dumb if it works.
Smart luck. Okay.
Smart luck.
I also don't have a lot of point read nature, but let's do it anyway.
You're a druid.
Yeah, just continue. Yeah, but I don't. I'm being strategic with my points.
That's fair.
All right. So we will start with Casper and Mare's wilderness and awareness checks. So Mare, with a 23 on your wilderness survival check, you take a lay of the land. This route that you are currently on is not one that you had traveled in your path to Saints Crossing originally, since you went to the Mistwood and then kind of cut across. Mm-hmm. And the landscape here is a bit rockier. It's still forested. There's not much around here. You're looking at the landscape, you're realizing this isn't really like, you're kind of in between settlements here in the valley. And you can see a ways up ahead, and judging from the maps that you've seen of this valley area, the river would likely be maybe a mile or so up ahead. There might be some sort of ferry or ferry station there that might have some sort of shelter, but you also note with a wilderness survival check of 23 that the kind of rocky landscape in this part of the valley is likely to have an assortment of different kind of caves and caverns. And as you're kind of traveling through this section of road, you're kind of looking up through the trees, through the snow, you can see some forms in the rock structures around you that seem like there might be some shelters here that you could take until the storm passes as an option as well. Pressing along, if you wanted to try and force your way through the storm, probably Riverbend on the other side of the river would be the most nearby actual settlement.
Mm-hmm. And that'd probably be like the end of the day.
It would be the other side of the river. So about a mile up the road to the ferry station, and then presuming that the ferry is in circulation during this storm, across to the other side.
Okay, so not far, not terribly far, but still a little far. So I'll communicate that we can either try to push forward and get to the river ferry and hope that it's in operation during the storm, or we can try our luck and try to with the caves that are around here and hope there's not some creature already living in them also escaping the storm.
Can I do a Witcher training check to see if I know what monsters are around here, and specifically the abundance, if there's a high concentration of water, river monsters,
River
probably
monsters.
shouldn't go to the ferry station. And if there's
Casper,
Can I use that in conjunction with read nature to see what has passed by in the last week?
yes, let's finish up the checks that we've done so far, and then if you still want to do that, we absolutely can. So Casper, with your 19 on awareness, also very good. Looking around at this immediate area, you realize, you can see further back down the road, kind of some of the detritus from the fight that had occurred, and the kind of heavy rutted road that is getting blanketed in snow, but still kind of just turning into a mucky mess, and realizing that traveling along this road in these conditions is going to be very slow going. Looking around this immediate area, you notice the same thing as Mare with the kind of landscape and the some of maybe forms of caves or shelters in some of these rock structures around here. And I'll just go ahead and say with a 19, looking around this area and the landscape that it presents, the types of monsters that might be around here would probably be limited to kind of more, terrestrial type monsters, things like wolves and bears. It's not necessarily out of the question that there could be other types of things like maybe hybrids or those types of monsters, but this landscape isn't really supportive of anything like too many like big beasties, really. And then Opheia with a read nature of 17, looking around the path, you can see many tracks in the mucky road as it's getting blanketed in the steep snow. You're able to really kind of tune into your connection with nature and see many of the entities that have passed through this area, travelers, merchants, vagabonds, bandits, ruffians, all number of people along this road, as well as much of the wildlife that has passed through this area. You do see wolf tracks. You see there are some, smaller critters, deer and rabbits and things like that. And you also notice some interesting tracks a little ways off the path that seem to be perhaps something a bit larger, maybe a cockatrice or maybe like a griffin. It's hard to tell with the snow, and with a 17 you're not quite able to identify exactly what it is, but you notice that some sort of larger beastie has indeed passed through here probably about 3 days ago.
I'll just kind of point at the direction it seemed to pass in there and be like, wherever we go, we should avoid going that way, in my expert opinion. And then I'm just going to clamber back onto the cart and curl up.
All right, with that, Opheia, go ahead and give us another stun save, and Mare and Casper, go ahead and take 3 more damage. I'll say that the magic that you have cast is keeping you still having that damage for now. You're a little bit warmed still, but...
No.
Oh, and Opheia, you start to feel your head become woozy, your vision starts to blur, and you kind of fall back onto the cart, uneasy, and you are stunned.
Rough.
All right. I think our best bet is we should find something soon, but...
Cave is probably a worthwhile risk then. I don't think we should continue moving forward.
I can probably find a cave pretty fast. Do a little scout ahead and send a signal or something.
Yes, be wary.
It's hard to be a scout without being wary, huh?
Well, I don't think there's very many large beasts here that aren't hibernating, but...
Ooh, yeah. Maybe it'll be a cow or something.
A cave cow?
Oh, well, no, a regular cow. Well, we're not cave people. We're just trying to get out of the cold. Can't blame a cow for trying.
There's a monster that looks like a cow.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Does it act like a cow?
Until it starts eating other cows, yes.
Oh,
A cow
Julian
cannibal.
pipes in and goes, I thought you were talking about my ex's mother.
Well, does she eat
Really?
beef?
Really?
Which ex? Hey, actually, which one did you think of right there?
You were a bard extraordinaire and you were resorting to mother-in-law jokes?
Well, she was never my mother-in-law, to be fair. But she was just
Which ex, Julian?
I think X implies that you actually dated the person for longer than a week.
I did. We weren't married, so
Which
mother-in-law.
joke book
We
to
were
read
never
that
in-law.
in?
She was just the mother,
There are many people you're not married to.
There are. But she was the worst.
They're all, and
Have you
they're
ever
all
been married,
extremely
Julian?
lucky.
Oh, here we
I mean,
go.
many times.
Oh, shit.
We've all been to Oxenford at least a few times and gotten married, right? Away we
No.
go.
I've never gotten
Following
married.
Kilton, right? Is that...
Can I do a wilderness survival?
Absolutely. Kilton, go ahead and give us that check.
Or awareness? Either way.
Yeah, this would probably be wilderness survival as you're kind of tracking or looking
Trying to
for
survive
a
the
natural
wilderness.
location.
I'm going to add 2 luck. Oh, shit. Nice.
Yay! Kilton
Nice.
the MVP.
That was a scout.
Yes, indeed. You actually see there are a couple of options here. You see there is 2 caves as you kind of scout around the area. We'll say you take like 10, 15 minutes to kind of scout around a little bit and scope out the area.
Ooh.
And you note there is a cave to the south as well as a cave to... Why am I not pinging things?
I see
Well,
him.
you can see it. There's one there, and there's one far to the north, which I don't think you can see. It's like in the top right-hand corner of this map.
Oh, these 2 are connected then.
That is just kind of more of an overhang. Yeah, why is my ping not working? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
This is the cave.
You've pinged the 2. Well, yes, that one is the cave that you see to the south. There's one to the north as well.
Way further to the north. Okay.
And looking at them both, with a 24, it does appear as though the one to the south here that you have discovered is a regular hangout or kind of roadside location for ruffians to maybe make camp in. With a 24, you don't see any recent tracks or signs of immediate residency here, so you presume that this area is probably a cave that has been used by travelers fairly regularly since it's just off the beaten track and is at the moment unoccupied.
We can be the ruffians.
I'll return to the party and inform them of this, hoping that the mother or the girlfriend's mother jokes are behind us.
Just like the girlfriend, yes, behind us.
Must be nice.
Opheia, go ahead and give us another stun save since you are currently stunned and unable to do much. Doesn't seem as though anyone has tried to help you, Opheia, so you're just sitting in the cart stunned.
Is there a way to help with that?
I figured there's no way to help with that.
Smelling salts. Smelling salts.
Yeah, smelling salts.
I have some in my bag, but I didn't know if I was allowed to
offering help. You know?
I think I look over to like this fucking guy at Opheia and like, oh shit, she's stunned. So grab some of her smelling salts and just put them under her nose.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello.
Sorry
Hello
about that,
there.
darling.
Happy birthday. Opheia's
Thanks,
just covered in snow.
Put a magic hat on her to wake her up.
Dust off her hair.
Kilton has taken a few moments to scout the area and found a safe cave to set up camp in. In that time, Opheia has been stunned, and Mare, you use some smelling salts to revive her. In that amount of time, the warming effects of Igni and Enye have worn off. Mare and Casper, go ahead, and it's going to be 6 more damage unless you cast those spells again. If you'd like to, you can try.
I will try to cast it again. I'm really
Oh,
low.
definitely.
I'm
I don't lose
I'm really
anything if I
low
do
on
it.
health. I have 12 health. I cannot be affording to lose half my health with this.
All right, Casper with a 14, you have that damage, and let's see.
Constellation.
Ooh.
This
All right, looks like you're going to get real warm here.
No.
All right, Casper, you have the damage. You warm your hands and your core a little bit.
This might fucking kill me.
You take 3 damage, Casper. Mare, you fumble by 7. You try and warm your hands with Enye. The fire begins to kind of creep up your hands in an uncontrolled fashion, scorching your fingertips and rushing up your arms, starting to catch your forearms on fire as well. Let's go ahead and see.
Why didn't I fucking take Urian's shelter when they offered it to me at school? I thought it was a useless spell. I didn't think I'd be traveling so much in the wintertime. I hate traveling in the wintertime. Ugh. It's the perfect spell for this. I could have made this all go away for 6 hours.
The magic spell fails and you suffer the elemental effect, which in this case, your body bursts into flames. Mare, you don't take any cold damage. Yay!
Yay!
You take 1 point of damage for every point you fumbled by and are also set on fire.
I'm going to immediately stop, drop, and roll after that happens.
Yeah, fair
Please
enough.
do.
So you take 6 points of fire damage and you are ignited in flame.
I'm going into that cave now. I don't care. I'm leaving everyone behind. They can pull the cart behind me. I am going to freeze to death. I am at 6 health out of 30.
Yeah.
I'm about to die.
Mara, you are now smoldering and also shivering because your like warm weather clothes have basically burned off of you. So now like you have like ignited in flame. You're like the warm, wool of your coat just smells horrible and has been singed. Your hair is like smoking, and you are just like, I am out of here. I'm going to that cave.
She is absolutely livid. She's so upset. Show me where it is, Kilton.
Yes, right over here. Please don't be on fire anymore. Here it is.
Oh, Mara, you smell horrible.
Shut up.
Don't you have any perfume or something?
I will kill you and make it painful.
Awful stuff.
She's not lying.
You find your way into the cave here and are able to get a quick fire going. Fairly quickly, you're able to gather up some dry wood from the surrounding area, and before too long, the roaring flame has kind of shifted the cold from all of you. Mare, I'm going to go ahead and say for now, with the just like scorched look that you have, you're gonna have kind of a detriment to your like grooming and style and those types of effects until you can take a bath and regroom yourself. So
I'll give myself a hair trim. I'm due for it anyway.
Yeah. All right. The storm outside. Oh, go ahead, Mari.
Any sorceress you ever see that has long hair is either wearing a wig or has never cast a fire spell in her fucking life.
Well, if she's lucky, it's the latter.
Mari, that's a lot of fumbles.
Yes, I'm really kind of pissed off about it. Okay,
I'm like, wow, have we ever seen that many fumbles like in one session from any character? That's a lot.
Yeah, when we played in person that one time, it was Mari again.
Yeah.
And then the time before that, when the party was separated and we got attacked by the Blue Coat Bandits, I fumbled like 3 times in a row there.
I keep waiting for Guinness to send you a plaque or something in the mail, but I haven't.
You gotta pay up first.
It's not that people fumble more than me, like fumble less than me. It's just that every other fumble is kind of a nothing burger in this game. The mage fumbles are legitimately dangerous.
Yeah, especially the fire ones.
They're more because the lower, even on the lower end of the fumble table, you still get injured. Like for weapons, you don't get injured.
I'll try to remember that next time I'm convincing somebody to have all the moisture leave their body.
Yeah, on the other hand, though, I did kill three people in one turn, 3 people in 3 separate turns the last time we fought. So it's the high risk, high reward class, and this is just my burden to bear.
Oh, for any European viewers, we might have nothing burger means inconsequential.
Europeans know nothing burger is a hamlet in Germany.
Nothing burger, nothing.
There's a train station there.
All right. Well, with that, then the group is able to find shelter here from the storm, and any of you who would like to, you can recover your recovery stat. You're in health, so as you're resting here, whatever your recovery stat is, you can take that much health back. And then for how many hours you're resting here, you can take your recovery stat in stamina back. So we'll say, at least for now, maybe 3 or 4 hours here as the storm is blowing outside. Mm-hmm. So we'll say we'll do 4 hours of stamina recovery.
What's 8 times 4 is 32? Okay, that puts my stamina back at full then.
Yeah, most everyone I think should be at full after that. So
I have full stam.
I'm at 12 health.
I'm at 25.
Yeah. Oh, I only lost 6 stamina.
Injured myself more trying to find shelter.
How much health do we get?
In a fight with some deadly bandits.
Your recovery stat is, so it's the under your derived stats recovery. I think it's 7 for you, Kilton.
7.
I only got full. I only got 6 because I was injured too much. I normally have 8.
Yeah.
Mari, do you have Aether?
Damn, I'm only up to 30.
I did my math wrong. My recovery's still quartered, isn't it?
I think it's halved now.
Halved, okay.
Yeah, if it's treated, it should be halved. Do I have any Aether?
Oh, well, let's see. Actually, so let me check
Oh,
here,
oh,
Opheia,
the-
because
the,
yours
um,
is the foreign object. It's a -2 to recovery, and since we're still on the same day, so -2 to recovery, and then
I do have
I've
Aether.
got
actually,
a
okay,
negative
sorry.
1.
So I didn't read this before. So now that your foreign object 1 is treated and stabilized, you take a -2 to recovery and a -1 to your critical healing. So the -2 that Mare would have done is actually -1. So it will be a day to heal for the foreign object. So,
Okay.
The
so
system's
-2 to your
real
recovery, and then
for
for
that.
the septic shock, your stamina is permanently reduced by 5. So you're treated on that, I believe, at this point on the septic shock. You still have the 5 days.
Does this stamina reduction ever go away?
No, that one's permanent.
No.
So you take.
Man,
Yeah.
that
My stamina.
That sucks as a spellcaster. Oh man.
So let's go through them one at a time. Foreign object is going to
Okay.
heal at the end of today because of it'll be treated by the end of today. Currently, from the foreign object, your recovery and critical healing are halved. Critical healing, I believe, means then that it's like it's like taking longer to heal things. If I am understanding that correctly. Does that make sense to everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Critical
Yeah.
healing is halved. So that means that the other 2 wounds that you have are doubled while that one is active, but it's going to not be active by the end of today. So we're just going to ignore the critical healing being halved at the moment. So recovery is halved. Then your ruptured spleen, that has been stabilized. You still have to make the stun save every 10 rounds for however many days until that one is healed. Then
6.
the septic shock, your stamina is halved, and you will take the -1 to int, will, reflex, and dex until the septic shock is healed, which is 7 days, I believe, or 6 days, or whatever it was. So then once that's up, then it will be treated, and once it's treated, then your ruptured spleen will give you a -2 to your stun save, and then the septic shock will be the -5 to the stamina permanently.
That was, yeah, so that never mind. My full
Christ.
stamina beforehand was 35.
And
It'll be
then
30 once it's fully treated. But right now, because I'm taking half, it's going to be whatever half of 35 is.
yeah, so it's a little confusing, and there's a lot of them on you at this point.
17.
But Opheia is in a not great position, so having some rest and recovery soon will be good for her.
The lesson that we've learned is that Opheia should not ever be in close combat ever again.
No, the lesson we've learned is that I should get a bunch of cool combat spells, and I should teach my
yes.
horse how to knife fight.
What we
should
learned
learn
is that
some-
you need to learn to fucking block and dodge.
Yes.
Yeah.
That too.
I will train I will be browbeaten, and I will hone my athletic prowess when I can bend my waist without feeling like I'm going to vomit. Is that a deal?
I will train you.
I said I was trying to avoid vomiting, actually.
I will train you because no one else here, except maybe Kilton, can teach you dodge escape as well as I can.
I'm incredibly good at teaching and dodging. I'm still alive, aren't I?
And if I can teach you a combative spell, I would. I don't know if the way that I can teach them is something that you can absorb. And that's not a detriment to you. That's just a comment on how illogical mage training is.
I need to be reborn, and I will not let the Witcher be the one to do it.
Right, then. And I throw something at Opheia.
Can you not?
You said mage training is too esoteric or whatever, right?
She can try. I'm not going to hold out much success because
Non-mage training is incredibly straightforward. I'm going to toss an apple at Opheia.
there is something
She's
that,
literally laying down with sepsis.
And roll over.
there is something that I would like to train all of you on that is very vital for what we're going to go into. You all suck at resisting magic. All of you.
See, it's really a crucial character weakness.
It's a weakness we
I'm
can't.
working on it.
It's a weakness we can't afford. So I will be training all of you on it.
All right. Well,
I don't want to be trained.
I didn't ask if you wanted to be trained.
I go to throw an apple at Mare.
Baseball
Did I
bat it back
dodge
in
out
your
of the way
fucking
at this
face.
point? I don't know what for
I have a Witcher tree thing that lets me do. I just need to train that.
I'm a merchant, and I don't think I should be that good at that.
Well, unless that rage miasma is going to happen again, and they're going to happen in greater frequencies. I don't want that to happen to us again.
Well, if it's free.
Yes, I'm not going to charge you for it. It's
Sure.
going to help keep you
Well,
alive.
Fine. And I'll teach anybody who wants. And I aim an apple at Dandelion.
That one I'll allow.
Can I try to intercept it?
Try it.
Can I literally try to grab the apple?
In your teeth?
You can try. So Julian rolled a 15 on his dodge escape.
I don't even know what.
Funny.
I forget. It's brawling, right? Throwing shit.
I think so. Yeah, it'd be
For
brawling probably
athletics.
for
I've like the
improvised.
same to both, pretty much. So
What
Ooh,
might
my-
even be with
my mod is down because
I'm
I'm
gonna give
encumbered.
just
Sleight
like
of
a
hand?
straight. It'd be like a dex. I think would probably be
straight dex? All right.
yeah, like a dex check.
There it is.
I don't think there's a dex check. I think you have to roll under something.
Yeah. So it would be like a D10 plus your dex modifier. So it would be whatever that is.
Okay. So I have a plus. I have a 10 dexterity. My current mod is 9 because of my armor.
All right. So
And I rolled an 8.
oh, so yeah, you're gonna use that. Okay, yeah. So Kilton, you throw your apple at Julian, who manages to dodge out of the way, but even before the apple reaches Julian's location, Casper snatches it out of the air.
What is this? What is this Witcher thing that you have that lets you resist magic, Casper?
It's heliotrope.
And that's not how it works.
Uh-oh. I throw another apple at Opheia.
Oh, negate
I've
the
gotta be
effect. But it's a, but that
I'll
thing,
also try to grab that one.
that thing isn't a spell, invocation, or a hex. It's just an
I'll wait.
effect.
On my head. I don't think. I think that's
Opheia
gonna hit me.
might as well give us a stun check to see if you're even conscious.
make me feel bad.
You asshole.
Stop throwing things that are invalid.
That's what happens. If you do the
Nice.
thing that makes you feel bad, it's gonna make you feel bad.
I don't know.
Alright.
Maybe it's just I had sepsis at some point and recovered from it, and I did all kinds of shit I shouldn't have while recovering from sepsis. And I feel like I could have been dodging apples.
Have you ranked into heliotrope already?
Yeah, I have 3 in it now, but I did that after I failed. Or I have 2 in it now.
I
But
don't
I did
know,
that after I failed that one time.
because that wasn't. It's not a spell, invocation, or hex. It's just an effect.
Well, it's. What do you think, GM? Is it the same as resist magic?
Well, let me look here because I don't know what it says offhand. So let me go ahead and look on your sheet, and that's one of your special skills.
It's the last one.
Yeah.
It's the same.
So when a Witcher is
Uh.
targeted by a spell, invocation, or hex, you can roll heliotrope to attempt to negate the effects. You must roll a heliotrope roll that equals or beats the opponent's roll and expend the amount of stamina equal. I mean, it does kind of sound essentially the same as, like, you're not necessarily
It's resist magic, but you have to spend stamina to do it.
But you get to
it's
negate
also
it, right?
so the main thing is that it's better than just resist magic, because I think this is any spell, invocation, or hex, not just the ones that can only be dodged by resist magic,
yeah.
right? Because I think
yeah.
some spells can only be dodged by resist magic or other
Yeah.
effects, and this can basically try and negate like any spell, invocation, or hex. It
Yeah,
doesn't
if you
say
tried
it
to
has
light me
be.
on fire, I could use this.
Yeah. So it's a little bit stronger than just the basic, which is it's good.
Good. That's why I'm glad it costs stamina to do that. Then, if it's anything.
Yeah.
But like,
All right.
is the effect that we encountered, that derangement effect, is that even a spell? It's just a phenomenon.
Invocation or hex.
Yeah, I would say just with the phrasing of this, in that it's like it's essentially covering anything magical, right? Spell, invocation, or hex. I'm gonna assume that you could probably use it in that instance, in this way. The main thing is that you have to beat the DC, so I would allow it in that instance, I believe. So
it still doesn't hurt to train up skills. It's free points.
That is true. All right, so you all spend 4-ish hours here in this cave as the afternoon draws on. Eventually, the storm rolls through. There's a thick layer of snow outside now as the horses nibble at some straw or hay that you have put out for them, and you've parked your carts outside, which are now laden with snow as well, and
we tarped them. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You get some rest, recover a little bit, and are able to, take a little bit of time here in this cave. You lose some time along your journey, but nothing too significant. Now, night is beginning to fall. If you decide that you want to spend the night here, or you want to travel on through the cold winter night, although it is not snowing and the wind has died down.
We should stay here for the night. I don't
want to travel
want to risk it.
I don't want to travel at night.
Fair enough.
Casper has been putting the apples that he's been sniping, intercepting by the hearth to bake them.
Nice.
Baked apples.
Yum. Absolutely. After a little while, you're able to recover your nice toasty, warm baked apples. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of sugar on them if you have some in your traveling spice kit, and are able to enjoy some nice hot treats around the fire here in this wintered cave. As night begins to fall outside, the sounds of the forest begin to drift into you in your cave. You settle in for the night, and go ahead and everyone go ahead. Actually, let's see. Is anybody staying up to watch through the night? Or, it's a cave. It's fairly safe here, but
I'm going to clock out.
I
So I'm
have
actually with my
I'll keep watch.
15 health.
I have my my meditation thing that lets me.
That's a fairly
stay
limited
aware.
space, right? So you are still aware. I think it's a few meters. How many meters is it, right?
It's a compounding thing.
Yeah. So you can definitely use that. It's not necessarily keeping watch, right? You're just kind of aware of the immediate space around you.
Yeah, it's 12 meters, so it'd probably go out to from around me.
Yeah, a fair space, a fair amount. Yeah.
So we can still do. I think Mari and Opheia should sleep, but everyone who's not actively very injured can take shifts to watch.
Totally.
All right. Absolutely. Kilton, if you're up first, go ahead and give us a D10 as you're keeping watch.
Whoops. Oh, it still worked.
Yeah,
Nice.
There you go. With a 9, you are fine. The first half of the night passes without incident. You hear the hooting of an owl out in one of the trees, and you see as it swoops out and snipes a mouse in the snow, leaving one of those big imprints of its wings in the snow before it flaps off into the night.
Wow.
Casper,
Hell yeah, majestic.
if you are relieved from Kilton around midnight or 1 or so in the morning,
Your
Kilton settles in for a little bit of rest here in this cold cave, stir up the fire a bit. Casper, go ahead and give us a D10. Very
8.
nice. 8. The second half of the night also passes without incident. You likewise hear the distant baying of some wild dogs or wolves, perhaps, but they are far off across this part of the valley. And before too long as you settle in here. You begin to see the pre-dawn light beginning to light the world. And as the sun crests over one of these rocky outcrops and kind of drifts into the cave, you all awaken and prepare yourselves for the day. Go ahead and remove 1 day's ration from your inventory, and you can all take 1 more recovery stat worth of health back at this point.
Yay, 20 health. I'm half healed.
Oh my god, how much? Do we just get a recovery stat plus in HP every night we sleep?
Yes, your recovery stat in HP, and if you're really low on health, your recovery stat will be lowered, so it's whatever that mod number is, but you should all be at your maximum amount of recovery at this point.
Even me.
Not you.
Oh, not you. No. No, definitely not you, Opheia.
Opheia, do you need assistance getting into the cart again?
I can walk. I'm not freezing anymore.
How's the weather look?
I'm going to start the day with a stun save.
Yeah, fair. Excellent, Opheia.
Okay.
Yes,
It's cleared up.
Get into the car.
The weather, it's a kind of foggy morning here. Fog rises from the river as you get the carts and horses all ready to go and head back down towards the river. You find the ferry already in operation. The ferryman offers to give you passage across the river. It will cost 5 gold each for you and your horses.
Gross. That's fine.
It's exploitative, but I guess we have.
Oh, hey, easy math.
Gotta love
Must
easy
be nice.
math. And you pass across the river, heading back along the road on the sort of more western side of the valley now. And by the mid-morning, maybe noon or so, you return to Highwatch Lodge and find yourselves once again at the Lodge of the Sorceresses.
Julian.
And Julian is waiting there for you now. He is along the ride with you, and so yes, as you return to Highwatch Lodge, a little bit worse for wear. Mare, I will have you. Actually, I think does the clothing have reliability, or is it just like
it's just a thing.
So I'm going to say your like cold weather gear was damaged beyond repair, essentially.
Okay.
By being
that's
ignited.
Fine. That's an easy fix. I can just buy some in town. I will do that. I will just do that as we walk through town.
Yeah, you pass like through the outskirts of Riverbend and are able to find easily some cold weather clothes. Obviously, they need them here. Let me go ahead and see how much those cost, and then cold weather clothing is 45 crowns.
Christ, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm so poor. Do we need to crowdfund?
No, I've got plenty of money thanks to Pardis.
The money covered in blood, literally.
I don't give a shit. The Witchers don't give a shit, so I don't give a shit.
All right, Mari, as you purchase some more clothes, and everyone now finds yourselves on the doorstep of the Highwatch Lodge, and that is where we will pick up next time.
I will say, when we do that stop in town, Mari does prop up her hand mirror on the side of the cart and gives herself a quick haircut to fix the fire damage.
Perfect.
They cannot know I failed. They cannot know.
They'll see the haircut and know.
They will see the haircut and know.
All right. We'll pick up there next time.